feel a lot more like summer, and that's why we have the experts from HealthTexas Medical Group of San Antonio here today, because we want to make sure you stay healthy and enjoy the summer months. Dr. Kristi Clark, Senior Medical Director, is here. Hi. Welcome, welcome. Now, all week we've been asking viewers to write in and ask those questions, those health-related questions as we head into summer. We've had several that have been submitted, and our first question, are you ready? Here we go.
Hopefully I'll do better than you all did on the quiz.
Oh, I would hope that you do, because we did really poorly. Okay. But since you're an expert, I have no doubt. Twitter user ABCDL, she asks, dehydration, what are the subtle, kind of non-detected symptoms?
Sure, that's a good question. And San Antonio, South Texas is a little tricky sometimes, especially around this time of year, because it starts to get a little bit warm. We're outside, but it's not quite as hot. So we can easily get lulled into a false sense of security, and we could easily get dehydrated. So when you think about some subtle symptoms of dehydration, it is going to be things like fatigue, feeling very tired, maybe feeling a headache, nausea. In the very old and the very young, you can even find confusion. They might become different behavior. Maybe if you have an older parent or an older person, then they may become confused or have a change in their mental status. So those are some more subtle signs of dehydration. The important thing to remember is you'd think it'd be easy, that I get thirsty, I'll drink.
Right.
But really, by the time you get thirsty, you're actually already at least mildly, if not moderately dehydrated.
So it's already too late.
Absolutely, it's already too late. So you got to think about prevention. Keep water in your car, keep water when you're traveling. Just keep up with it. Don't wait till you're thirsty, because it's probably too late then.
Right. Start getting into that habit and that lifestyle change of kind of consistently drinking water throughout the day.
Absolutely. And it's not too early to start now as the summer gets more progressive.
Right. Okay. All right. Our next question was written to us in a Facebook message. Monica asks, what can I do to control sweating? I've heard that drinking water helps. Is that true?
So controlling sweating is tough. I mean, we can't, naturally, some of us sweat more than others. And we got to remember that sweating is a natural mechanism of the body to cool itself. It's a cooling mechanism. So actually, when you're sweating, that's what your body's supposed to be doing. So you don't really necessarily want to control sweating or stop sweating. What you do want to make sure, though, is if you are a person who tends to sweat more, or if you know or take care of someone who tends to sweat more, you need to make sure that person is, or yourself, is well hydrated. Because even though those people are losing water through their skin, and they're going to become more easily dehydrated. So you can't really control it. So drinking water is good to replace what you're losing, but it's not really going to control your sweating or make you stop sweating more than you usually would. That's just your genetics typically.
And so let your body do what it does, and it's working for you. It's helping to keep you safe.
It's doing what it needs to do. That's absolutely right.
Well, we hope that answered your question, Monica. And of course, we want to wish you a happy birthday, because it's her birthday
Happy birthday,
today.
Monica.
Yes. All right, we have a student in our audience with the third question. Hi there, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Abby.
Hi, Abby. What's your question?
Abby, do I really need to be wearing sunscreen every day? And if so, what SPF should I be wearing?
So the answer is yes, yes, and yes. We have to wear, all of us need to get in the habit of wearing sunscreen all the time. In South Texas, San Antonio, we have a lot of UVA and UVB rays that we get. The question about what type of SPF is really important too. So when you're looking for a sunscreen, you want to look for something that says broad coverage or broad sunscreen. So broad sunscreen has both UVA and UVB protection. UVA are those longer rays that get down to the deeper levels of your skin and create wrinkles and aging changes. And then the UVB rays are those shorter rays that get the top of your skin, and those make burns and, of course, skin cancer. So look for your sunscreen to say broad coverage. And then as for SPF, the American Academy of Dermatology tells us 30 or higher.
Right.
So it's got to be 30 or higher. And SPF 30 will protect you from 97% of damaging rays. It's pretty good. So when you get numbers that are higher, 40, 50, 100.
Yeah, you see the ones that are 60, 70, 80.
They get crazy high now. They get and it's not any better.
Right.
And because you're already getting 97% when you're at SPF 30. So if you go up to those higher, you sometimes get a false sense of security thinking, oh, I can be out in the sun longer. It's really important to remember that no matter what SPF you choose, it should be 30 or higher, and you still have to reapply it every 2 hours. And that's what a lot of us forget. Got to be every 2 hours. And if you're actively swimming or if you're actively sweating, even an hour and a half. So SPF 30, broad spectrum, reapply every 2 hours. And that keeps you safe in the sun.
All right, there's the information. Thank you so much for being here. On your screen, 731-HTMG is the phone number that you want to call for more information on Health Texas Medical Group, or head to healthtexas.org. And we, of course, are going to continue to see Dr. Clark back on our show each month as part of our Keeping Texans Healthy campaign with Health Texas Medical Group. So keep an eye out for their segments airing right here on KSAT 12. You can also find them on ksat.com/HealthTexas.